Hey family, welcome to and welcome back. I'm so Ronica and I'm so ready to remind you to sow into your future. So here on today's episode of Sow into Your Future, we're going to be making breakfast. And so these are the biscuits. Hopefully I don't burn them. Okay, these are the sausages. I'm using two different types of sausages because each type of sausage renders a different flavor. I'm a girl, big on flavor. I'm a big girl, big on flavor. Let's start there. Okay, I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm tall and wide. I'm giving like what's her name? Queen Latifah vibes. But some days, I don't know. Whatever. I don't know how I come across on camera. But I'm a big girl, plus size. Okay. Full figured, whatever you want to call it to make yourself feel better. Full figured. Okay. Anyway, I appreciate every lump and bump and curve and whatever the Lord has bestowed upon me, honey. I appreciate all that. But y'all, as y'all know, I'm not a breakfast person. I'm not a morning person. So therefore I'm not a breakfast person. But I'm gonna do this because I knew going into being a wife that this man loves breakfast. Okay. I knew that. And so I don't let's see, there are some days that I don't. Like if there are some leftovers and he's excited about them leftovers, I already know he gonna go in there and he gonna want some leftovers for breakfast. But that's very seldom, okay? So right now, I think I already miss the part. It's a part in here where I was getting ready to put some pepper right here. Pepper in my coffee. Y'all, do y'all see that? When I say I'm not a morning person, honey, if my phone rings before I had my cup of coffee, I'm not going to answer it. If you knock on my door before I talk to Jesus, I'm not going to talk to you before I talk to Jesus. You should have called. You should have called. I know you can see me in here, but you should have called. Anyway, so yes, I'm stirring the eggs with a spoon. I was like, you know what? Why if a spoon was all I had, I would be using a spoon. It's not all I had, but anyway, sometimes we can do things so routine and feel like it has to be with this and it has to be with that. But honey, just use what's in your hand. Like God told Moses. He said, "What's that in your hand?" It was a rod and he threw it down and it became a snake. And I'm gonna stop there because I can't remember the rest of it. But okay, yeah, and his serpent ate up their serpents. I remember that part. Anywho, so y'all, yes, I'm cooking grits, and yes, I put butter, milk, and sugar in my grits because really, what's the difference between grits and malto meal? Can anybody? Can anybody tell me that? Because I love grits, but I cook them the same way that my mother used to cook malto meal. But I just love the sound of grits better than malto meal. Malto meal sounds like something mushy and you stand in a long line with your bowl and your spoon and they scoop up the malto meal and slather it in your bowl. It just don't sound good. Sounds like some sort of a camp. But anyway, so I'm stirring that real good. Now, as you notice, as soon as I put them grits in the pot, I turned it off. Turn it off. What Teddy P say? Turn off the lights. I turned the burner off because the heat from the pot and the heat from the stove is gonna cook them grits. That's one thing I learned from working at the Cracker Barrel. Okay, them grits didn't need to have a fire underneath them. The hot water alone is gonna make it do what it do. Okay. So yeah, I'm about to put flour in the grits, y'all. The flour and the sugar containers are so similar. They both need to be clean, but they so similar. I need to just get some different types. So do y'all believe that if you have better cooking utensils, that would make you excited about cooking? Because if I had some cute little containers with the grits, you know what I'm saying? You see how those videos with the organization and stuff going on? I'm just starting to think that maybe I would be closer to being a morning person and a breakfast person. I wouldn't always burn the breakfasts. Oh, I didn't explain them hash browns. Now, I don't put a lot of oil in my hash browns because I like my hash browns to taste potatoy. And I feel like the more oil you put in the skillet, the more they're going to taste like grease or I don't know. But that's some Velveeta cheese, y'all. Now, you want to pay attention to the cheese that you pick because It wasn't until my husband pointed it out when we first met. He was like, "That's not cheese. That's cheese product." Y'all, I was buying imitation cheese all them years with the little slice, the little cheap kind. So now I make sure that I get Velveeta because Velveeta, to my knowledge, is real cheese. I may be as wrong as two left shoes, but I'm pretty sure that I looked on the package because that's what he buys. So that's why I say that. But anyway, so this is the breakfast meal. And I just want to tell y'all to have a wonderful day. You know what I'm saying? No matter what comes your way, don't let that deter you from holding on to the joy of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Don't let anything disrupt your peace. Okay? Let your peace return unto you. There's going to be people that try you. There's going to be people that don't like you. But you got to know, in whatsoever state I find myself in, I am therewith content. You know, as long as God is on my side. You know what I'm saying? If God be for me, tell me who can be against me. So you want to take that with you and have on the full armor of God as you go out into the world today. In Jesus' name.